Right, g'day team. How are we all? Oh, look at that. I think I might have even nailed the old won't have to change too much on the display. That's good. Sheesh, that's lucky. It's amazing. Not gonna lie. Welcome team. Just let me bring in my goodies. All the bits and pieces so we can rock and roll. Welcome back, team. Be careful what you wish for. Row, yeah, absolutely. No marathon today. No marathon today. I'm not sure if we'd ever do a marathon live on stream, to be quite honest. Plus, I've never done a marathon myself. Believe it or not, was never part of the training. So today we're going to tick off some numbers. Okay, pretty simple. We're just going to do some time. So as you'll see, we've got 45 minutes of work. Good steady rating. What the focus will be today is we'll warm up well, okay? And then when we get into our action or our row, we want to try and be very consistent. So in your head, you'll probably have a good idea of sort of a training pace number that you have in terms of speed at sort of 20 rating, maybe at 22. And so that's really what the focus will be, is that we want to get onto that early and quickly. And then we want to hold it and maintain it. And any technical changes that I talk about as we go along, really take the time to focus on what that does to your splits. So if you're rowing along, we're talking about the front end, see how that affects and how that changes anything to do with your numbers or your rating or your rhythm, etc. Okay, so this just gives you the opportunity to evaluate as you're going along how things are going, changes that are made, what they do to your stroke, and are they positive or negative? Okay. Now, with it being positive or negative as well, it might mean that you're taking a little bit more time, or you might not be rushing somewhere, or you might be having a bit more flow around the front, feeling that compression and coming away. So your numbers may slow down. It's about you thinking about, is it fine that they're slowing down because I'm feeling things better and I can work on that speed later, or are you all about the speed? Okay, and sometimes I feel like we need to just take a little bit back, focus, and when I mean speeds dropping, I mean we're not going to go round numbers here. We're not going to go from sort of 210 to like 215, 220. We might go from 210 to 212 or something like that, and that's fine, okay, because we're still working reasonably hard, but we're just taking that time and we're seeing what different parts and different technique things that I talk about affect the stroke. Okay, and so it's just in your own mind is taking a moment to feel like, will this be beneficial for me in the long run? Or is it just a momentary thing that it's going slower or quicker? Or is this a sustainable way of continuing on with what I'm trying to do? So while we're pumping out the training time, this today will give us the opportunity to just really try and make some changes or ingrain some changes that we're already working on. Get some more feelings, doing bits and pieces, okay, and that's how we'll roll. Okay, so it's pretty simple. It's only a couple of rate changes. The last set would go up for 5 minutes at 24. Okay, so by then we'll be working pretty hard. We'll have a good sweat on, and that'll really finish it off. But the majority of it as well is 20 strokes a minute, 20 and 22, good steady training pace, 45 minutes under the belt. Okay, and that's us. Okay, not a lot of changes. There's not a lot of other bits and pieces. This is just solely to get some miles under the belt. Okay, so we don't need to muck around too much. We'll just get straight into this. So get set up, and then we'll be good to rock and roll. Okay, just gonna make sure everything's. Lots of people been using the machine. I need some new tape on the feet, actually. Just got to move that up a bit. It's good. Right, coffee can go away. Coffee's done. And as you see as well, we've only got 30 seconds of rest. So another reason we're not here to muck around too much. She's going to get coming in hot, short break, back into it again. Okay, so she'll be. It's going to keep us working. Okay, we're not gonna slow down too much. So as I say, good solid time under our belt. Victor, okay, jump on tomorrow, Victor. It'll be there later. No sweat. Okay, so standard training applies. Standard warm up. Whatever you like to do for a couple of minutes, get ourselves rolling, and then we'll be good to rock and roll. People not cleaning my machine. This is terrible. Oh, okay. So, getting things moving. Nice and loose. Generally just making sure that we're opening up a few joints. Slowly moving into the length that we're trying to achieve. Okay, stretching things out. Slowly just feel it, the lengths increase. The uncomfortableness at the front, compression. Obviously, if we're straight into it, just stretch it out, okay? Basically, all we're trying to do in this warm-up, stretch things out. Don't want to hammer straight into a piece or the workload without having got our bodies into the rhythm, into the shape that we're trying to achieve. Okay, good. Hands around the back. Even now, it's really loose. Having that appreciation, the handle and the chain taking us forward. Okay, so just start now, just ever so slightly, just putting a little bit of pressure in now. Next 45 seconds or so, just now that if you feel your body's good enough, in a good space, to feel that extra, press on the feet, hang in the arms. Feel that connection through the middle. That's one push. Nice, good. Holding the form. Another 15 seconds. Squeezing it on a little bit longer. Good. Last couple. Boom. Okay, and just like that, should be down reasonably close to our pace. Okay, today we'll get a minute or so to warm into it as we go through, but remember, play your warm-up, how you want to do it. If you feel like you need longer time, remember, jump onto the sessions and get in straight away, whatever you need to do. But I feel like that's about the minimum of where we want to go with the warm-up, okay? Obviously today, it's about right, just enough to get everything working. Okay, enough to get everything flowing, blood starting to come around the body, feel the breathing, all that bits and pieces, and then we should be good to go. Okay, so jump on as normal. We're going to our workout, select workout, new workout, intervals time. Let's make that first one 15. Okay, and then the set rest period, 30 seconds. Okay, just leave it flashing for a second. We'll wait for everyone to catch up. Okay, and then we will be good to go. Okay, team. So let's press our checkbox now. 15 minutes. Just going to change my screen. Do some force curve stuff today. If you want to, force curve there's good. Try that in one of the sets, maybe in the middle one. Okay. Could be a nice change. Something to actually see the stroke, where all the force is applied. Okay, depending on what you normally do, you don't have to start there if it's not something you normally do, but it is a good tool as a snapshot. Okay, probably not religiously looking at it. Gives you a great snapshot of where all the pressures and everything are being applied. Right, here we go. Okay, 15 minutes, first at 20. So we're just going to truck into this. We're going to get into our groove. We're going to change the world together. Right, here we go. Are you ready? Okay, here we go. Attention, row. Okay, just start out with the relaxation. Nice long stroke. Remember to be really conscious as we start off here about our work and our rest period, okay? The ratio. Feel the drive, feel the recovery. We know we're giving it a push, but let's make sure we're really allowing the machine to create that easy rhythm for us on the way forward. Feeling that resistance. Good. Nice. Really good. The flow. The patience. Okay, so we've got our rhythm starting to build. Now we can start focusing on different parts and aspects of the stroke. I always find that the hang, the weight in the armpits, down through the lats, is one of the first and most important parts to work on. If we start feeling like we're tense at the front, we've got it up in the shoulders or the neck, as we're trying to create that pressure, we lose just a little bit of feeling to have this nice long hang connection on the machine. I really want to make sure all these little muscle groups just doing their job of hanging, of being attached to the bigger picture, so that our bigger muscle groups will do that bulk of that work, but everything else is along for the ride. So focus those armpits, really feel those handles being left out in front. Okay, as we push away, connecting through the core, through the lower back. And remember that we have one go at the drive. So when we come around the front, we push. We want to make sure it feels like everything just happens on the way through. There's no, I'm going to push and then I better give it something. We want it to feel like everything's unfolding in a sequence. Everything just one after the other, all combined, smooth, pressure right through. Nice and loose and relaxed. Around the finish, brush the body. Handles just brush and roll away. Very good. Feel that pressure on the feet increase on the way forward. Through here. If we let that handle and bungee draw us forward, and we feel the flow of the seat just towards the front, we feel that the weight's coming onto the feet, feel the compression of the seat, but also onto the balls of those feet, ready to push away. It's good. Nice rhythm, nice flow, and it's all been consistent at the same time. Repetitive and continuous. It is one of the great things about the rower, is the relentlessness of being able to hold the rhythm, hold a speed, and you just cannot come off it. You can't just take a couple of easy ones. You commit to the strokes, and this is why when you're trying to work hard, you've got to make sure we work. There's still patience and relaxation coming forward. Okay, we can't be working the drive and then being tense coming forward. Got to try and find a time to be able to breathe, relax the muscles for a second, switch them back on. Okay, and keep it turning over. So good metronomic, pendulum rhythm. Feel that One smooth, continuous push right through the drive. Okay, breathing will be getting heavier. Heart rate's climbing. Just be nice and smooth with it. Okay, remember what I said at the start. Nice and continuous and consistent. Feel the flow. Look at your numbers. Okay, try and keep them as steady as we can. And then, as you're riding along, small changes, little focus parts. See what that does to affect the speed positively, negatively. And just slowly try and hold the same pressure, the same rhythm and repetition, but then just slightly adjust little parts of the stroke. See the effect. So let's roll into the front. Let's feel this compress. And a smooth push away off the front. Okay, look in that flywheel. Don't grab at it. Just that momentary patience right at the front where we're engaged and we change direction. Okay, there's no hit, there's no grab. You just roll over top of the gear lever, over the sprocket, and just push back. Good. Make it really smooth. Try and really feel how there's no jolt like that, or grab, roll in, and just press away. Remember the press. It's not a slam of the legs. We hold our body and press back. One motion. This is good. Okay, keep working on that. Remember to be loose. Floppy coming in. Breathe. But as we get to that last part of the recovery, we start to engage a bit more. Core. Heads up. Long arms. Okay, and then change direction. Just roll around. The seat and the hands moving at the same time. We watch. Hands and seat. Okay, we don't have the hands coming back early and we don't have the seat going out early. Okay, we do that. We've slightly lost connection through the body. So think about that for a second. How does yours feel? Does it feel like around the front they're in a good relationship together? Okay, this is nice. Keeping that rhythm. Breathing. Find your own breathing rhythm. Take a moment to figure out what that is. As we keep on holding these numbers, holding this relaxation, finding the zone, that we're trying to work in. Okay, nice, elastic rhythm. Holding our bodies in a good form, but being able to still be loose. Okay, let's keep doing what we've been focusing on with these handles and the seat around the front turn. And as we push away, really feel long arms under the armpits. And if we feel that long hang, and we've got the seat and handles moving in a good relationship, then as we're pushing, we're driving the body, so we should feel a one smooth motion to the stroke. Feel the push, and the body comes through with it. Which is nice. It's good momentum. It's good hang. It's good rhythm. Okay, I need 25 seconds to go on this set. Finish it off well. Okay, keep a focus on your numbers, your speed. We want to get back into that early come second set. So last couple. Done. Okay. So really good flow. Remember, not a lot of time. Quick drink, wipe the sweat. Okay, and we're just going to be straight back into it. Okay, but good work on the rhythm. Here we go. 10 minutes at 20. And then we'll just spread up at 5 minutes at 22. Okay, so it shouldn't take too long. Maybe 30 seconds. Get ourselves back onto this rhythm that we had previously. Start with the long arm. Okay, we should always start when we get there, when we come off a piece, back into the motion. Generally always about our generation, okay, which is the drive from there through to there. We start off tense, we'll find it hard to get out of that tension. We start off loose, we've got a good base of muscle relaxation and hang to work off so that we can build that tension only in the drive. Okay, the muscle memory tension, the tension we need to create the speed. Okay, back on, good rhythm. Hold your speed. Nice, steady, one push. Okay, we want to feel that pressure against the feet from the front. As the body takes over, we're still feeling those legs driving all the way. Necessarily different than what I think a lot of people think about as we think about fast legs. Okay, and fast legs doesn't necessarily mean really quick. Fast legs increase speed with our rating. So at the moment, might actually feel like your legs are slow to go down, okay, because if they're pushing correctly, they're initiating the drive, but then they're also pushing the body back. Okay, we don't get a disconnect where the body goes separately. The body through the hips, through the legs, all working together. We add the speeds on top of each other. We add the watts that the legs can produce, the watts that the body's producing. Okay, that's how we get to our peak force. To feel that drive, the timing, all while just leaving that handle out long. The handle's an afterthought, always. We've got the hang. It's going to come to us no matter what. And we've got the hang strength to be able to do it. This is nice. Good flow, consistency and rhythm. Continuous motion. Okay, take a second to think about your chain path. Remember, we want it nice and flat. Not too much deviation. Okay, don't want it going up and down too much. A little bit's fine. Pretty much the straight plane is the optimal. Okay. You can have loose hands and the fingers. Really feeling that resistance pull us forward. Okay, good. Nice hang. Good patience. Both feet, feel that compression. Push away. Good work, team. Nice and consistent speed. Keep working those little parts of your stroke where you're trying to improve. See what it does, real time. Feel that relationship with the machine, the drive, where all the tension is, and then recovery, where we flow. We ride the machine. Okay, we ride it on the way forward. Use the resistance and the bungee. Good. Hold. A nice flow. So we get ourselves back into position, but without the tension. And the tension, it's engaged right there on that turnaround. When we pick up the catch, we start to feel the hang tension. That's not strength tension, it's just the ability to hang. Because we're not having to lift something from zero or create power from zero. Okay, the flywheel's already spinning. So if it's already spinning at 100 watts of speed, we've only got to pick it up to that 150. Okay, so it's not a huge amount of extra. It's just the direct connection, getting onto it, and then holding our potential. Oh, this is good. This is good patience. This is good rhythm. This is good relaxation. Okay, check your facial muscles, up in the neck and the shoulders. Trying to stay out of those spots of tension. Really feel it through the whole body. The hang. Through those armpits. Relax. This is good. So just over a minute here. At 20 left to go. Holding this form. Holding this stroke. The pressure creation. Legs through the body. Feel that sequence. Take some time here while we're in this consistent metronomic groove. And just remember, when we increase this rating in 20 seconds or so, just remember that just all the parts of the stroke move quicker. We're not trying to add power or pressure. Just every single part of what we're currently doing now becomes a little bit quicker. Okay, here we go. Move the hands. Yeah. So the recovery's faster. The drive's slightly quicker. That's all we need to think about. Okay, and then we go. It didn't take long for us to get on to 22. Everything's moving at 22 pace. And our speeds have dropped. We haven't had to think about adding power. Okay, we just thought about moving everything a little better and quicker. Feel the hand speed. Around the finish, brush the body. Move the hands away. Good. Nice patience. Just slow. Really good. Really nice. And you'll feel that the legs are a little bit quicker. But that's just with the speed of the whole motion. And feel that drive. Now has a good acceleration to it, which only increases as we go through the strokes. Still got a good ratio to the stroke. Okay, we're not trying to have really fast stroke and then really slow. Okay, we're not trying to do that. We're trying to feel this metronomic, continuous motion. dry, recover. Good. Okay, focus again with me on our hanging muscles, long arms, under the armpits. Nice. Okay, really good. Patience. Breathing. Feel that connection. Smooth around the front. Roll around and pick up the flywheel. Nice. Really good. This is nice. Okay, we should feel loose and relaxed. The ability to move freely. Not feeling any tension at the front on that change to feel like it has to grab or heavy. Compression with the body. Okay, one smooth push away. Okay, last 50 seconds. This is good. This is nice, good patience. Rolling with the machine. Nice flat handles. That resistance is helping draw us forward. The hands out over the knees. And slowly set forward. Okay, remember not being super tight and set. Get that suppleness in the muscles and the joints. Okay, last couple. Nice. Okay, really good. On a really good track to hold that efficiency, hold that patience, okay, and just tap it along. Just keep it rolling. So, got to stay relaxed here the last 5 minutes. It's going to creep up on us a little bit. Right, here we go. Now, so back onto that 20. Okay, this is a great ending set. Okay, we go back to what we've been doing the bulk of our work at, which is getting our form right. At this 20, patient form, without the tension, being as smooth, as consistent as we can. That's it. Patient, rhythm. Feel that press. Remember, note, don't get too tight. Always holding those arms long. Always feeling that generation through the feet and the body. Okay, this is good. Excellent. Nice rhythm. Make sure we're sitting proud. Shake out any tension. Remember the nice suppleness of our setup. Being 95% set. Okay, we don't have to lock out like that. Okay, don't need to be stiff. Puts us in a place where we've got no suppleness to be able to feel the rhythm. But we want to make sure we are getting set. Out over here, handle draws us forward. Okay, the better we understand that the handle is what's drawing us forward. We're not having to push the hands away and move forward with it. It's naturally happen like that, the flow. Okay, we get that nice. We roll with it. It means on the drive is where we create the speed. And if we attach that to the relaxed movement, rolling in, hanging on the way out, we'll be working really well in the relaxed shape and frame that we want. The most efficient way for us as individuals is what we're trying to work on now. Smooth. Make sure that drive. One smooth motion. Okay, if you've never used the force curve before, just press the second button down on your right hand side and it shows the force curve. Don't worry too much about the overall shape of it. We just want that line to try and be as smooth as we can. Real smooth. Any jagged parts means that we're like taking over or we're losing our connection. It's always something really good to just turn on every now and again to have a look at our application. If it's bugging you out, just press the top button and it'll take you back to where you were, okay? So keep focused on our form. And then every now and again, if you are on that force curve, just check out what it's doing there. Okay, but for now, remember, free it up to 22. Now, got all the parts of our stroke just moving a little bit quicker. And speed. Remember, we just need a small change in speed. Main focus is on our rhythm, on the application, on the relaxation. Okay, good. Nice long arms. Feel that press. Feel the body weight coming through. Nice. Good carry. Carry that speed smoothly through the drive. Nice. Okay, we're nice and relaxed. We're tensionless on the way forward. We have a good change in direction. Good pick up and hang.
Should really feel like the stroke just happening back and forward. Back and forward. Metronomic. Continuous. There, good. Rolling with the speed. Feeling it on the feet. Feeling the change rise forward. Okay, breathing. This is good. Self-check. No tension. Patience on the way forward. Let that machine guides us forward. Hands are out in front of us. Chains on a nice plane. Okay. The other thing to look at too is if we're hitting and then throwing the hands out, or we're moving too fast for the rhythm, might see the chain doing a little bit of a bounce. Okay. Things like that. Want it to be nice and flat and smooth. Remember, the handle really does only just need to brush the body here at the finish. If you're watching the force curve and you look at where the arms come in, like about that far off the bottom, which means our arms not going to be able to add any force. They can tighten us up, or they can make us relaxed and smooth. Okay, your choice. One tires us out, the other allows us to be smooth and relaxed and hold better speed for longer. Okay? So, sorry, just got out of rhythm there a little bit, explaining all of that. But we're about to go up to 24. Same. Everything just moves 2 strokes a minute faster. Here we go. Now, don't think about adding huge amount of power. Think about adding speed in the whole stroke. Handles, recovery speed, drive speed. Okay? We will naturally work harder. Don't make it the focus to work harder. Okay, good. Let's see how long we can be. Strung out with the arm. Hang. Feel those armpits. The arm and the lats. No tension in the shoulders. Nice and smooth. This is good. This is where we want to find that metronomic, continuous. Stay up on top of it. Don't let that flywheel die down. Every moment around the front, flywheel slows. Harder to maintain the speed. Okay, breathe with me. Open the mouth. Relax the face. This is good. Around the back. Brush the body. One push. Body is driven off the legs. Okay, really good. Good patience. Just over 2 minutes to go. Hold the flow. Stay loose. Keep it as nice length, natural. Feel the compression. Okay, sit back on the stroke. Feel that push. Feel the hang. Right through the body. Feel that core as the legs are driving the body. Sit up on top of the speed. This is good. Really nice. Last minute, okay? Just roll away. Keep it easy. Hold your numbers. Make it manageable. Staying loose. No tension in the face. Good. Okay, hold this pendulum. Speed of the drive. Body coming with. Armpit hang. Don't grip too hard on the handle. Okay, last couple. Good work. Nice. Right. Fantastic work, team. She's a sweaty one. Not going to lie. Okay, so let's just reset the machine. Okay, it ticks over pretty quick in that 30 seconds off, but saves the workout to your memory. Okay, meters on the board. I think that's what we wanted today. Okay, hopefully about 18 Ks for you, something like that. No, but in all fairness, right, really good way of chopping up 45 minutes. You know, it's the reason I throw out interval stuff all the time. Wasn't super difficult. Okay, the last 5 minutes, allowed ourselves to free it up a bit, probably put ourselves under a little bit more stress. But if we were working easily and in a good frame, should have found it easy to just tap it along. Okay, yeah, you're working for it, but there's a difference between working what we've got and having to work to find the speed. Okay, working to find the speeds where we're not quite getting it, starts feeling heavy off the front, start feeling like we've got to put a bit more body into it, we're going to pull it a bit more. Okay, that's working for the speed and not having the speed work for us. which is what we just always try and talk about, okay? Picking up that flywheel, hanging, just letting that rhythm go around the back. All of that is the speed of this machine doing our work, okay, rather than us having to do the work, bits and pieces, okay? And that's the idea, is the more we focus on that, the more we focus on what we can do to generate, what we can do to relax, okay, and what that does on the screen, the better we get at that. And it takes time, infinite amount of time, okay? We slowly get faster, okay? We see good increase, we see good change, we feel more relaxed, okay? And that's really the key, is just finding out what parts of your stroke you're trying to work on, which you feel are letting you down, okay? There's so much of the stroke to think about all at one time. We can't, okay? There's so much going on, so much happening. But it's the ability to work on certain parts which we start to ingrain into a better form and a better shape that over time make us quicker, make us better, make it easier or an easier feel, okay? And that's how we find that improvement. So just keep warming down for another minute or so, okay? Just play it by ear, figure yourself out, make sure that heart rate starts coming down, feel how tired the legs are, how tight they might be. Okay, my glutes always get a bit of a hammering. Just allow them to roll out. Okay, and then just always remember the last sort of 30 seconds, 40 seconds that you're on the machine and you're warm down, just actually add a bit of pressure to it. Okay, so, at the moment I'm rolling along at like 3-minute 20s. So I'm just going to add a little bit of pressure, bring that back down to, 240s, 230s, something like that. And it just stimulates the muscles to ask for a bit more oxygen. And that'll just help speed up that recovery process. Okay, the whole idea, flush out the lactic acid, get rid of the hydrogen ions, okay, which make you feel like crap. Bring in those red blood cells, okay, and that'll help us in a few hours' time where we're not completely wrecked, okay? So I'm just going to do this for another 15 odd seconds. Active recovery, bit of pressure. Boom. Bob's your uncle. Okay, so great session, team. Hopefully you got the same sweat on as I did. Wasn't super hot here this morning, so I don't have puddles galore hanging underneath me, which is good. Okay, but as I mentioned, today's workout was about finding the groove, finding the rhythm, and just really working on little bits and pieces. Okay, that's what our low rate stuff should be about. Okay, we can just push it for heart rate and push it for fitness and all that sort of thing, but when you're actually focusing a lot on making changes and getting that rhythm, you sometimes find that it is harder because of the mental aspect of it. And so today, putting both out there where it's good time, we've got to keep it moving. Okay, we're 15 minutes without a break. It's a short break. It's another one. A little bit of tempo in there at the end. Okay, it gives us that time to work on things. Find that rhythm. Okay, keep working on things that you're trying to achieve. Okay, just the little parts of your stroke. And today was just another chance. Where I talk about when you go up in rating, it's not about adding power. Nothing at all. Okay, if we're going up in ratings and thinking that we've got to add power to make it go faster, we're not applying ourselves in the right way. Okay. Now, yes, once we start getting up higher, 28s, 30s, yes, we do need to add that power to get a little bit more sting in the legs and get the freedom and stuff going in the hands. But it only really starts up there. But we can still take the same philosophies that we're doing here, where all we're really doing is just moving everything faster. You know, the legs move faster, the hands move faster, the slide goes faster, the drive's faster. It's very simple, okay? And the more understanding and the easier we start to do that, it means that, you know, by the end of this, you know, you're sitting on 24, tapping it along, and you're like, this ain't too bad. This is nice. It's got some good rhythm to this. It means that, you know, you're trying to do longer sessions and beat your half an hour record or whatever you're trying to achieve, whether it's how fast you can do your 10K, something like that. The easier you can do it and tap it along, the faster you go. The more relaxed you are, the less you blow up. You know, it's just different bits and pieces like that. So it was really nice to get that speed and just feel it easily without being too much under pressure, just to see the change come down on the screen. Okay, and then at the same time, continue to work on the little bits and pieces of your stroke, which affect the speed, which affect the pickup, affect your relaxation, you know, the whole works. Okay, so let's check the team. See who's going to rip out to me. No, nice, 10K in the bank towards Holiday Challenge. Good work, Bro. Edward, terrific workout. How many split improvements should I expect to see between 20, 22 and 24? Edward, it's very individual. I can't really put a number on it because it is different depending on a lot of different factors, okay? It depends on, like, if you're pumping it down low, you know, I know 156 quite comfortably at 20. I only go down to about 154 because I'm trying to breathe and talk at the same time. But anywhere 2, 3, 4, okay. But remember, it's an exponential scale. So as you go up, it's going to get smaller increments, okay. And it also depends on how you're going about it as well. Because if you're sitting there at 20, just working on things, you might not see the same speeds that you normally do if you're just pumping out a certain time at 20 minutes. But there should be a change, okay? If you're going from 20 to 22 and there's no change, okay, then we've got an issue. We're not quite getting it at 22, or else we're probably overworking it at 20, okay? And then at 24, you'll definitely see extra speed change again because it will just flow on. And it is completely different for everybody, okay? So rule of thumb generally is a couple, 2 to 3. If you're seeing sort of 5 or 6, we're probably not quite working well enough at that low stuff. Okay, and just remember on that fact as well is that 20 rating is our like training zone. Okay, and the more you spend on the rowing machine, the more you need to get an understanding of yourself. And I'm sure most of the people in the chat that come here often, you should have an idea that if you were just to sit on the machine for half an hour at 20 rate, you pretty much got a number in your head, okay? And round numbers again, if it's 2 minutes, 2 minute splits, and you get off the machine and you go, yes, I did 159.8, you beauty, okay? You know that you've gone better than you like normally do, okay? And if you get off and it's like 2 minutes and 8.8, and you're like, it wasn't as good as I did the other day. But now you've got a number in your head of what you feel like your training pace, where you're sort of comfortable. It's that fitness area. It's burning fat, keeping you fit, bringing some endurance into the body. That's where it's at, okay? So once you sort of understand what your numbers are and they look like there, then you've got a great understanding of where you can go to from there. So at 22, now it might be 158s, 157s, okay? And so forth, okay? So it's just the longer you spend on the machine, the more you should understand your numbers, okay, know where your potentials are, that sort of thing. Pretty sure you've got a number in your head of, you know, I've done a 2K and it was 150 splits, you know, 7 minutes 40 or whatever the hell that equals. And you're like, cool, okay, that's my number. Okay, and then it's just about working that down in different areas. Okay, and as you go through pieces, you'll be like, man, sweet, today I was doing 30 rating and I was hitting sort of 145s. This is great, you know, this is awesome, you know, or whatever it might be. The more you get an understanding of yourself, the better it is for your training going forward. Okay. What do we got? Focused 100% on the force curve during the row. Amazing. How tiny tweaks in the form make a difference. Yep, that's exactly right, bro. Chris, thanks, Eric. Great workout, but felt lousy, ate too much. Oh, you guys are it's Thanksgiving or something, isn't it? Yeah. I won't lie. I had a big Saturday myself, but at least I'm a bit more recovered now. Eric, yes. Oh, Chris, you are allowed to chow down. Yeah, that's exactly right. Okay, Edward. Yeah, thanks. I hope that was a good explanation. As I say, guys, I think it might have been our Robro buddy on here. He might have been the one that put it into the Sensei chat, saying that we wanted to do a bit more Ks for the holiday challenge. So this is what today was about. Just good 45 minutes. Great time. Easy to mix it up. Short rest period. Keeps us fit. Okay, we've all got a nice glow on, I'm hoping. But yeah, excellent work. So that's it, team. I think we're out. We don't have much more to say. Awesome work. Keep it up. Keep focused on the little bits and pieces that are making your stroke better. Okay. Always think about that. I've got a sore butt. Always think about that relaxation and that rhythm. Okay. And always this way, that way forward. Don't do any work. Put yourself in a position where you can just glide along. Okay. Just let that machine do some work for you. It's so underrated how people don't take this into consideration, this relaxation coming forward and how you get set up and how we take that front spin, how we pick up that flywheel. Okay, it's just, you use no energy that way, all happens this way. So when you're pumping it out and you're trying to set some numbers for yourself, you've got an understanding. Yeah, you'll be having to do a little bit that way at high speed, but not a lot, but less than you would if you're tense, going forward, all that sort of thing. Okay, so just keep that understanding of the machine, of you, the relationship together. Okay, let that machine do the work, then you do your work, and then you glide forward and you do it again on repeat. You find how smooth we can do that, pickups, all the other bits and pieces. Okay, it's as simple as that. So, choice team, have a good week, rest of your weekend. Nutrition, keep on top of it, keep stretching, keep yourself right. Okay, don't want you to get injured. Make sure you use things properly. Warm up, warm down properly. Social distance, wear a mask, go get vaccinated. I'll keep saying it till we're all vaccinated because I want everybody to be safe. It's as simple as that. Other than that, keep training hard. Plenty in the pipeline coming up. So yeah, just keep at it, keep working. And thanks from me and their team at Asensei. We'll be here next week at the later time next week. So should be a bit of fun. And we'll get I think we've got another 3 or 4, maybe 5 before we might have to just faff about in that sort of Christmas, New Year period with workouts and stuff. Okay, so we'll just have to, we'll play that one by ear. Okay, awesome. Thanks a lot, team. And till next week, peace out. See you later.